Tom Mazaway, second round in the NFL.
Let's go. I don't know if you guys got it last night. If you watched it, you can watch it again. Don't worry. It's Hard Knocks. Number 1 last night, the New York Giants off-season. First time that HBO Max has done the off-season version of Hard Knocks. And you got to see a lot. I couldn't show you all the stuff because we're not allowed to show it to you. But there was a scene where Joe Schoen is sitting in his office talking about Daniel Jones and how we got to protect him and we spend some money on him. And the guys were coming back at him. And they were like, well, we did this. He's like, listen, guys, ready for this? Patrick Mahomes would have failed had he been drafted by us at that time.
Ooh, damn.
He said even Patrick Mahomes would have failed with this bunch.
It's hard to argue.
What do you say about that?
Debate it.
Here's a fair question. What is considered failing?
Not winning a
Vanilla
Super Bowl.
Vic.
Yeah.
Well, that's not failing. That's not really
not being Patrick Mahomes.
You're right.
Because if you're
Daniel Jones only got 1 playoff win, so.
Yeah, but Daniel Jones, as bad as he is, has a playoff win. He found the playoff win.
Yeah, but look who he got it on, though. The choke artist Cousins, man.
But what I'm trying to tell you is he found the win. You're implementing Patrick Mahomes here, and Patrick Mahomes and his ability. Yeah, you're not going to be the same. You're not with Andy Reid, but don't act like Brian Daboll isn't a offensive genius too. We saw what Josh Allen was when he had Brian Daboll. So you insert Patrick Mahomes with Brian Daboll. That's what I'm saying. Like, what's considered like failure? Because if you're telling me
you can be
since he's been there, he's been to 3 playoffs, won 2 playoff games. Like, that's not failure. It just ain't what Patrick Mahomes. I use aim for effect. It isn't what he's done with his career in Kansas City. So that's why I asked the question.
You probably got to watch it and see for yourself. And because I'm taking it, might be taking it out of context.
I may be too analytical.
Wait a second. This is New York. The bar is high.
Yeah.
And what they've accomplished, playoff win or not, doesn't clear the New York bar. You know that bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the New York, and this is where you start to get into people that are resting on old laurels. The New York bar, the Chicago Bears bar, insert team that won years ago, like that bar. What did Eli do in those years he wasn't going to the playoffs? How many of those seasons did he have where not not making the playoffs, not making the Pro Bowl? Like, how many of those years did he have out of 15, 16? Most of them were that. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Once again, you win a playoff game, it changes the bar.
True. But
look at the Yankees. I'll give you an example. Look at the Yankees. What is the bar for the Yankees? It is the World Series, correct?
Yep, they got to win.
What did they do last year when they won the series? They lost their freaking minds. Yeah. That's because that goalpost, you start to realize everything can't get compared to what Jeter was doing. Everything can't get compared to what LT was doing. Lawrence Taylor, the original LT, the only LT, can't get compared to that. I think he would have success. He wouldn't be a Super Bowl champ. I tell you that for a fact.
You only as good as the sum of your parts, man. You can have the greatest offensive coach in the world, but with no talent, man, I can't see it working. I can't.
Look at this.
They don't even have receivers.
Look at the Lions coaching staff in 2021.
It's true, but you saw the result, though.
But that's what I'm saying. They didn't have anything, and you saw 3-13-1. Yeah. You gave them pieces, and you see it moving in a different direction. So,
what do you guys think of this story? If your team gave you the off-season summer camp off, right? You'd be pretty happy, wouldn't you?
If the team gave me summer camp off, so like no training camp?
Yeah, no training camp because they wanted you to go see your girlfriend play in the Olympics.
Okay, yeah, I got where you're going.
That's what the Bears are doing with Jonathan Owens. They're giving Jonathan Owens summer camp off so he can go to Paris and watch his girl, Simone Biles, compete for the U.S. Olympic gymnastics team. Pretty cool story.
So, this is the second time I've heard about this. My friend of mine, Aaron Ross, speaking of the Giants, Aaron Ross, DB for the Giants when they were winning those championships in 11. Aaron Ross' wife was Sonya Richards Ross, who ran the 400. They did the same thing. They let him go for when her window was for the 400, the 4x4, and those races. So they let him go. They did the same thing. And I asked him about it. He was like, the team was cool with it. He said, at the end of the day, I knew the squad. Yeah. But I think also that's different when you're a Super Bowl champ versus when you're young. Yeah, you got a Super Bowl behind your name. I know who you are. Like, I know you as a teammate. Right. I know you as a leader, as a player, but when I don't.
You think his teammates will be pissed?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Like you
envious,
think
I was
just gonna
Simone
ask.
Biles, like
Yeah. I was just going, how long he been in the league?
Owens?
Yeah.
Owens
8 years about?
8, yeah. True.
Okay, so yeah, it makes sense. He's
that
a veteran.
long,
If he's a rookie, no, you wouldn't do that.
Even if he's
rookie
a-
or second year player, no.
If he's a rookie and it's the right Olympian that you're going to support, like, I'm
Yeah.
not like it is.
It's Simone Biles, yeah.
Yeah, it's Simone Biles. Like, more power to you. Like,
Yeah.
she's most decorated. I think she's the most decorated international sport. I can't think of
making her
athlete
comeback.
of all
Is it
time.
third or fourth?
This is her
Olympics.
third.
I think it's her
Third,
third.
yeah. She's
Third.
making her comeback
She's won
this year.
24 world championships.
More than the Michigan man, huh?
She got a documentary coming out on Netflix, too.
She should.
Yeah.
She should have a movie.
Yeah.
Like Simone Biles is,
This guy should have a movie. The next guy,
and that is
Jelani Tavai. You guys remember him?
God.
The Lions selected him with their second-round pick back in the day because they heard a rumor, hey, the Patriots really like this guy. Well, it turns out the Patriots did like this guy, but the way the Lions used him, he was useless. Jelani Tavai goes to the Patriots, and now he gets a new 3-year, almost $21 million extension to stay with them. So former Lion, second-round pick,
Yeah.
is flourishing with another team.
Thank you, Quinn
What's the-
Trisha.
What's the name of that movie?
Born lucky? I don't know.
Born
born
lucky.
on third base.
Yeah.
Born lucky? Lions luck?
Right. Lions look
Suckers?
great.
I don't know.
Patriots strike again. The Patriots strike back.
Yep.
So Jelani
only because
Tavai
of
still
Bill.
in the league. How about you remember Matt Ariza?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Punt guy?
100%. The punt guy.
Well, guess what? He's with the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Take a look at what this guy's doing. This is the punt god.
No audio.
He's no Jack Fox, all right?
He's hitting 90-yard punts. 90.
Coffin corner too.
90.
Yes, that's
The
tough.
rich get richer.
That's tough.
You know what? And this
This is
is
a guy that was blamed
yeah.
for a gang rape
Yep.
when he wasn't even at the house. And Buffalo Bills drafted him. They released him, and he was barred from the
Hey.
NFL for a year or two.
That makes the story even better. It's not only do the rich get richer, it's Buffalo gives Kansas City yet
Yep.
another weapon.
Another
Yes,
win.
sir.
This is
Wow. They gave him Patrick Mahomes basically with that trade. And now Matt Ariza will be kicking for the Super Bowl champion Chiefs.
this is good that he gets a shot. Obviously, a lot of times, and we just talked about this earlier with the situation with SEMO. A lot of times when things like this happen, once you get mixed up with it in any such way, whether some allegations are placed on you and then later rescinded, once you get mixed up, you can't get out. People don't
Yeah.
give you an opportunity where they don't want to hear the story. They just don't want to be a part. Good for the Chiefs giving this guy a part. And like you said, man, they're smart.
Yep.
I guarantee you they are keeping a watchful eye. Because if you can pin people back to where he's going to be able to pin people, and
Oh my
Patrick
God.
Mahomes is your
Absolutely.
quarterback,
Can you imagine?
The
Like,
field
thi-
results matter.
this-
That's all that matters.
With an improved defense like they have.
this now helps you not having to have wide receivers that you can count on or depend on, not having running backs where you're like, well, I like Pacheco, but this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
They've been eyeing this deal, I guarantee you, the whole time it was going on.
Can Jack Fox kick it 90 yards?
I don't
I
know
don't know
about
if he
90.
needs to.
Yeah.
I don't know if
about
Ariza
90.
needs to.
Yeah.
But you know what? He's going to be a hell of a kicker.
Yeah.
It's a good find and a good chance to take for the
Punt
Kansas
guy.
City Chefs.
My God.
Hey, earlier we told you about the top offensive lines. Well, here are Pro Football Focus's top 5 defensive lines in the NFL.
Hey,
Okay,
NFC.
now-
NFC.
Oh,
We got
okay.
it.
Now, I have
Let's
issue.
keep 'em up there for a bit.
I have issue with this.
Run them down for people that aren't watching video.
I have an issue
Which
with this
team?
list, and I'll read
All
them
of
and
them.
then I'll tell you the issue. Top 5 defensive lines as rated by Pro Football Focus, who apparently has a love affair with the Detroit Lions. And look, I don't mind the Lions getting love that they deserve. I don't mind them getting some love that they don't deserve. They've waited a long time. Top 5 defensive lines: San Francisco 49ers,
NFC.
1 in the NFC. Eagles, 2 in the NFC. At 3, the Detroit Lions. At 4, the Dallas Cowboys. And then at 5, the Green Bay Packers. Let me just get to the Lions, and I have a problem. Last year, they were atrocious on the defensive line for
Yeah.
the whole season. Now, I'm not talking about a couple games in there where they dominated the Raiders or they dominated the Broncos or insert a couple of those performances. They were really good.
Yeah.
As a whole performance, they were in the lower tier, lower bottom half of the league.
Yeah.
They were non-existent, and you saw that by Aiden Hutchinson getting 3 triple
Right.
team for a majority of the
A
year.
lot of injuries too.
They-
You
okay.
had Aiden and Aleem, and that's it.
This is true.
Yeah.
And then you add injured players. You add injured players in Reader, in Davenport, and then you tell me that this defensive line is all of a sudden third best in the NFL?
Yeah.
A little bit of a reach for me.
A little bit of a reach.
You know, you add Reader and Davenport, like you talk about.
Now, if it all goes well, it should be great.
And
But
supposedly Houston and some other guys come back healthy, but to launch them into the top 3, maybe top 10, you know, because again, like you said, this is a bottom 10 to 12 team defensive line wise last year. It's a lot of faith in these 2 injured veterans that are coming here, but if they play 17 games, there's really nothing that's holding back Aiden at this point from a 14, 15 plus sack season.
Yeah.
But man, top 3, it's high ranking, high praise.
if we're going off potential, then look, don't get me wrong. The potential of that unit, the potential of everybody healthy, it could be a really good year on the defensive line. But just as of right now, KG, come on now.
Yeah, you don't count run defense though, because they were good, stout.
That's true.
In the run defense. Now, pass rush is a different animal, but run defense they had a lot.
They
even
were
with
good
the
stopping
injuries.
runs because everybody had to pass on lines. So Lions were ahead of everybody, with the exception of 3 teams.
Yeah.
Except the exception of the Chargers game, which they had to pass anyway because they were going tick for tack. That was a very good
point.
game to watch, by the way. Nobody's really running on them because nobody's in that space where they could run because of the clock. Because
I mean,
of trying
number
to
2
catch
in the
up.
league though. I mean, it wasn't like they was just top 10. Number 2, but I get what you mean though. That's a good point.
I'm not knocking them. It's because their offense was so efficient. So if anything, this is crediting another side of the Lions, but still giving the Lions some credit.
They also knew that we had a JV secondary.
Yeah.
So I think that meant a lot. But when you look at what the Lions have done, if I'm an offensive coordinator coming in for game 1 in Ford Field, that's a unenviable task for the Rams offensive coordinator. But I mean, when you come in here, you don't really know what the weakness is to attack. Doesn't seem like it's a secondary. Certainly doesn't seem like it's going to be the defensive line. So it's going to be really intriguing the first month of the season to see how opposing offenses choose to attack this new look.
They'll go at your slot and they'll go at your second DB.
So your slot right now, it
Amik
might
Robinson.
be Branch. Are they
It
going to
could be
really
Branch.
fully put him in as a safety? I don't know.
it could
I
be
think that
Branch.
you're going to see him splitting time between the two. Amik Robertson, that's a guy that is a huge upgrade over what people were seeing last year. But you're right. You know, this is a team that was up a lot. It precluded teams from running the ball in the second half of games. But at the same time, there was a huge golden nugget in our secondary. Throw it here. So
lying.
this is it's going to be an enigma for offensive coordinators to have to figure out, and it's a real blessing for this Lions defense.
Hey, guys, in the last few minutes here, we're in the home stretch. It's July 4th tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Family and friends, the great holiday. Happy birthday, America, of course. Go USA. America.